Thinking about moving to Buford, Georgia, or the North Gwinnett area? Before you make that move to the Atlanta suburbs, there are 3 things you absolutely need to know. First, not every Buford address is actually in the coveted Buford City School District. Second, the local entertainment scene has drastically changed over the last few years. And third, Buford may give you access to many of the same premium amenities as Suwanee and Alpharetta without paying Suwanee or Alpharetta prices. So let's get into the details. If you're thinking about moving to Buford, you're definitely not alone. Over the last several years, Buford has become one of the most popular destinations for people relocating to the North Atlanta suburbs. Between highly sought-after schools, access to Lake Lanier, and an exploding entertainment scene, that location puts you close to just about everything. It's easy to see why so many people are making the move. But like every city, Buford isn't perfect. In this video, I'm breaking down the pros, the cons, housing, schools, location, and what everyday life is really like so you can decide if this is the right North Gwinnett city for you. And make sure to stick around until the end because I'm going to explain one major thing that confuses almost every buyer here from out of state. Let's start with location. Buford sits about 40 miles northeast of Atlanta and is conveniently located along Interstate 85. Making it one of the most accessible communities in North Georgia. One thing that surprises many newcomers is that Buford spans portions of Gwinnett and Hall County. And here's where things can get a little confusing. Not every home with a Buford mailing address is actually located in the city of Buford limits. In fact, you can have a Buford address while technically living in unincorporated Gwinnett County, Hall County, or bordering right on Sugar Hill or Hamilton Mill. That distinction can heavily impact your schools, your taxes, and even your home values, which is why it's critical to understand exactly where you're buying before making a move. Here are the pros of living in Buford. Pro number 1, the famous Buford City Schools. For many families, this is the number 1 reason why they start looking in North Gwinnett in the first place. Buford City Schools have built a massive reputation throughout Georgia and are often the very first thing relocation buyers ask me about. Many buyers specifically target homes located within the city school district because of its top-tier academic programs, powerhouse athletics, deep community involvement, and long-standing reputation. To give you an idea of how much this community invests in its students, they recently opened a state-of-the-art $62 million football stadium. Even people who don't currently have kids find themselves paying attention to this school district because of the massive impact it has on future resale value and market stability. Simply put, these schools are a major reason why housing demands remain incredibly strong in Buford year after year. Pro number 2, entertainment, dining, and things to do. Years ago, the biggest attraction in Buford was just the Mall of Georgia. And while it is still a major shopping destination, let's be honest, malls are not quite the social hub they used to be. What Buford has done incredibly well is evolve beyond traditional retail. One of the biggest game changers has been the Exchange at Gwinnett, which has completely transformed the area into a premier entertainment destination. Now, instead of just retail stores, you have massive entertainment hubs right in your backyard, like Topgolf, Andretti Indoor Karting, and Pickle and Social. Between these venues, incredible new restaurants, family activities, outdoor gathering spaces, there's a lot more to do than simply go shopping. You'll also find local breweries, great dining spots, outdoor events, plenty of nearby attractions that make it easy to enjoy your weekends without having to drive all the way into downtown Atlanta. For many residents, that's one of the biggest lifestyle advantages of being in Buford. Quick question. Are you thinking about moving to Georgia, somewhere in the North Atlanta suburbs? If so, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. I post new videos covering communities like Buford, Suwanee, Sugar Hill, Flowery Branch, Alpharetta, and the surrounding areas. so you can learn what it's really like to live here before making your move. My goal is to help you figure out not just where you can live, but where you'll enjoy living. Now let's talk about another reason so many people choose Buford. Pro number 3, Lake Lanier lifestyle. If you enjoy spending time outdoors, living near Lake Lanier is a massive perk. Whether you're into boating, fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, or simply enjoying a day on the water, you're only minutes away from one of Georgia's most popular recreation destinations. Many residents feel like they get the absolute best of both worlds: a smooth suburban living experience during the week and a vacation-like atmosphere on the weekends. And if you're relocating from an area without easy access to outdoor recreation, this can be a major quality of life upgrade for the whole family. Pro number 4, location and value. One of Buford's biggest competitive advantages is its location. Situated right along Interstate 85, residents can easily access major employment centers, shopping, entertainment, and recreation throughout all of North Georgia. From Buford, you're within a very reasonable drive of Atlanta, Alpharetta, Suwanee, Sugar Hill, Johns Creek, and Peachtree Corners. Whether you're commuting for work, meeting friends for dinner, or spending a weekend exploring North Atlanta, Buford's location is going to put you close to all of those destinations that people enjoy the most. But what many buyers appreciate the most is that Buford gives them access to many of the same amenities and conveniences found in places like Suwanee or Alpharetta without paying the heavy price tag. To put that into perspective, the current median sales price in Buford is around $524,000. Compare that to $635,000 in Suwanee and $754,000 in Alpharetta. That's a pretty significant difference in purchasing power. In many cases, buyers can get a larger home, a newer home, or simply keep more equity in their pocket while still enjoying access to the exact same high-end restaurants, shopping, employment opportunities throughout North Atlanta. For families looking to balance lifestyle, convenience, and affordability, that value proposition is a big reason Buford continues to attract so many new residents. Now, here are the cons of living in Buford. Con number 1, traffic. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Traffic here can absolutely be frustrating. The areas immediately surrounding Mall of Georgia, Interstate 85, and some of the major commercial corridors can become heavily congested during rush hour, weekends, and holiday shopping season. If you're moving from a smaller town or rural area, this is probably going to be one of the biggest daily adjustments you'll notice. The convenience of living near everything is great, but you have to remember you're sharing those roads with a lot of other people who are drawn to the area for the exact same reason. Con number 2, the Buford address confusion. Remember earlier when I mentioned that not every Buford address is actually in the city of Buford? This is one of the single biggest misconceptions relocation buyers have when looking at homes online. 2 homes can both say Buford, Georgia in Zillow, but be completely different when it comes to your schools, your property taxes, your county services, and even your future resale value. One home might be located in Buford City School District, while another just down the street might be zoned for Hall County schools. For buyers relocating from out of state, this can be incredibly confusing because most people assume the mailing address tells the whole story. The reality is that partnering with a local expert who understands exactly where those boundary lines fall is critical when you're buying into this specific market. Con number 3, rapid growth and new construction. The final con is the sheer pace of growth. Buford continues to attract new citizens, businesses, and commercial development at a rapid pace. Now that growth is great because it brings in brand new restaurants, upscale shopping, entertainment, better amenities. But it also means more traffic, ongoing road construction, and a much busier environment than what some people might expect. If you are looking for a quiet, sleepy, small town atmosphere, Buford may feel a bit more developed and fast-paced than you want. For many people, that energy is actually a major positive, but it's definitely worth mentioning if you prefer a slower pace. So, who is Buford a perfect fit for? Buford may be the ideal match if top-rated schools are non-negotiable for your family. You want immediate access to premier shopping, dining, and modern entertainment. You love the idea of being minutes away from Lake Lanier. You need convenient access to major highways for commuting. And you want a suburban lifestyle with plenty of value compared to North Atlanta's more expensive communities. On the flip side, you may want to consider other nearby communities if you are looking for a strictly rural, quiet atmosphere. You want to avoid some heavy suburban traffic, or you prefer slower growth and less new construction. So, is moving to Buford, Georgia worth it? For many families, absolutely. Of course, the best place for you depends on your specific budget, lifestyle, commute, and long-term goals. If you're thinking about moving to Buford, Suwanee, Sugar Hill, Flowery Branch, or anywhere in the North Gwinnett area, my team and I have helped people relocate here for years. We love doing it, so feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. Put your questions in there. We'd be happy to help you figure out which community is the perfect fit for your situation. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every week about living in North Georgia, relocating to Atlanta suburbs, and everything you need to know before making your move.